Welcome back to Melbourne 22. How amazing would it be to work with those dogs all day?
Yes, well, we already work with animals here in the studio, so probably not much different. So, Kate, every week on the show, we've sent our crew out to ask the public the hard-hitting questions.
Yes, I have actually heard about this, and I think that the question this week is, what did you want to be when you were younger?
I was obsessed with motorbikes, so I wanted to be a postie on a motorbike.
Oh, very boringly, I wanted to be a librarian. I know.
I wanted to be like either a nurse or a pop star.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a hairdresser, but that's not the case anymore because I hate getting hair between my fingers.
Probably the most obvious one would be a programmer, which is what I am going for right now.
I've always wanted to be a midwife and I'm studying midwifery now, so yeah.
I always wanted to work in a bakery to eat all the stuff, but I'm not.
An astronaut. I got there though, but I didn't actually get in and take off.
I always wanted to be a politician, and I still have a passion for politics.
Not profession-wise, but I did just want to be Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I wanted to be a fireman.
I wanted to be a Ironman champion in Hawaii. It didn't happen. Yeah.
All very interesting questions and very interesting responses. And I like the bloke who wanted to be a firefighter because for me, yeah, and I know it sounds cliche, but I did want to be a firefighter when I was younger. It didn't work out for me.
Most boys do, either firefighter, cop.
Yeah, I don't like smoke. So, and what about you?
Well, I wanted to be a vet, and then I realised I can't stand the sight of blood, so that didn't work for me either.
You should be one of those ones that doesn't have to ever operate or
yeah.
anything.
Maybe I should have done the guide dog thing.
A patting vet or
That's my
dog walker.
Yeah.
Now, Kate, if you don't mind me asking, are you a health nut? Like, do you scull 5 raw eggs for brekkie and then put a few hours into, you know, the treadie, get the chia seeds out, vital greens, the rest of that, pump the guns like I do? You know how it is.
Not quite that much.
No? All right.
Yes, I'm into healthy
Whatever
stuff,
works
but
for you.
not the raw eggs.
Fair enough. Okay.
Right, well, no, I don't have the extreme diet, but I did go and meet with a dietitian recently.
Right.
Would you like to hear what she said?
Sure.
I'm here in South Bank, Melbourne with dietitian Rachel Jeffrey to talk about healthy living.
So someone can change to a healthy diet by looking first of all of what they're actually doing wrong in their diet, or perhaps the things that aren't so good. So first of all, work out what you're actually changing. And then the other thing too is don't change everything at once. Take one goal a week. So perhaps this week you're going to cut down on your meat serves and increase your vegetables and fruit serves, and make that your goal for the week. A healthy diet is actually quite easy to achieve, so it's making sure that you include a wide variety of nutritious foods. But the other thing you really need to make sure is you're limiting some foods too. So those foods you're trying to limit are your saturated fats, your salts and your sugars.
Top 5 snacks. Fruit. Yogurt and fruit or a fresh fruit smoothie with low-fat milk. A small amount of mixed unsalted nuts and dried fruit. Cheese and whole grain crackers. Whole grain toast with low-fat dips such as hummus and tzatziki, or fresh avocado.
So parents are the keystone of getting kids growing into older adults to eat healthy. And what they should be doing is, rather than shooing children out of the kitchen, is actually encouraging them. If you say, what would you like for lunch? Would you like a chicken wrap, a salad sandwich or a rice salad? Then you're giving them a choice. They're still having a choice, but it's within your healthy boundaries.
Top 5 tips for lunch. Choose whole grain breads or cereals, such as bread, brown rice and quinoa. Include plenty of salads and veggies. Have lean meats and dairy, such as roast meats and low-fat cheese. Avoid heavy dressings and high-fat spreads. And drink plenty of water.
Exercise is walking, okay? It can be something as simple as that, getting off your train stop before work a few stops earlier. Ideally, all of us should have about 30 minutes of exercise every day, or at least 3 to 4 times a week. You can always eat the bad foods you love, but it's in moderation, okay? You still need to enjoy what we call your treat foods. The difference is, don't have them every day and have much smaller serves.
I'm a little bit hungry after all that.
Me too. Who knew that like healthy eating could be so...
Yeah, I know. You see all that delicious fruit?
So, well, now we know all about the eating aspect of healthy living. So in the studio with us now, we've got someone who's going to tell us about the exercise side of things. We're joined by Tim Crosby, who is the competition director for the Melbourne Marathon. So welcome, Tim.
Thank you.
Now, Tim, can you tell us a little bit about your involvement with the Melbourne Marathon?
My involvement is really around everything to do with the people. So I look after things like the elites, which is quite exciting when we're bringing these very fast Kenyans over to Australia and dealing with some very good Australians as well, like Lisa Waitman's going to run this year, Australian Olympian. I also look after things like the training series, the pacing groups on the day, the people with their balloons who set the pace and make sure everyone's sort of trying to hit their goal times on the day.
There's a lot of preparation that has to go in for training up for a marathon like this. What sort of preparation are these guys doing leading up to the event?
Yeah, well, to get ready for a marathon, which is of course 42 kilometres, does require a bit of work. You just can't go and do that every day. So normally you're looking at a bit of a base building period, and that's usually around your April, May, sort of into June. And then from July, August through to September, that's when you're really doing a specific training for the marathon. So the mileage goes up, the intensity goes up, and then you get this lovely thing called a taper right towards the end of it. So the last 2 weeks, everything just comes back down again, and hopefully you're ready to roll for 42 kilometres on October 13th.
Wonderful. Now, there's been a huge increase in the amount of females participating in the marathon at the moment. What's led to this?
We believe that it is... A lot of females are really now looking at the healthy lifestyle options. We're also making sport a lot more accessible to females. As most of the girls know, there can be barriers to sport, particularly with child rearing, trying to work in with the business opportunities that girls might have, and also some of the inherent fears like going out at night and training in the dark. So things like training groups and training squads are really facilitating females to get into the sport, and now we're seeing a very natural growth in the numbers come through.
That's great, yeah. I definitely join a training group to go run at night. Anyway, so as far as charity-wise, each year you guys do great things. So what charity are you supporting this year?
This year it's the Cerebral Palsy Education Centre, or CPEC. They're a world-leading organisation in the education and intervention on children with CPEC, and their key is to get those children mobile and communicating. And the aim of the program there at CPEC is to get the kids into mainstream education for a start, and then leading a happy and fulfilling life from there. So the work that they do in activating the children, getting them mobile, achieving things like being able to either walk the 5.7 kilometres or even up to the 10K with their strollers, with their pushers, whatever they need. It's just an amazing job that they do out there, and some amazing people at CPEC.
Well, we look forward to seeing it again this year. Thanks so much for joining us, Tim. And for more information on the Melbourne Marathon, you can visit melbournemarathon.com.au.
You can. And what do you reckon, Aaron? Do you reckon you would try out for the marathon?
Oh, look, I'm more of a fast twitch muscle fibre sort of guy myself. I'm into the sprints and all that sort of stuff. But look, I love watching, all the fit and healthy people.
You can be the cheer squad at the end.
Get me some pom-poms, sign me up. All right, well, we'll see you. We'll be right back after this.
Coming up next, you'll learn all about Vegemite, and the McQueens perform for us live in the studio. You're watching Melbourne 22.